Hey everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we will be talking about Q Sciences. I was just doing a little bit of follow-up for myself, just seeing what's been going on with Q Sciences since the last time I talked about them. They still, as far as I could find, do not have an income disclosure statement. But, I mean, we could probably just use our imagination that it would look like every other income disclosure statement out there. And so I just wanted to look up their compensation plan. It has not changed, at least as far as I could see. Again, this is just from some basic information, basic Googling that I feel like anyone would do if they were interested in getting involved in something like this. So this is what I am finding. Since Q Sciences does not have their income disclosure statement put out, or at least publicly available, we can look at the compensation plan, because that's at least the second closest thing, because it shows how they make money, and this is the 2022 compensation plan for Q Sciences, and it now says, before it was 4 ways to earn, and now it is 5 ways to earn. So it looks like we have customer sales commission is one of the ways. CV rank. So it looks like you have all of their ranks, and then here is what the commission you would get when you sell this amount of product, or maybe it's a bonus. I'm not quite sure what CV is. Let's see if it says down here. Personal volume, the total volume of all personal product sales generated by the ambassador. PV qualifies an ambassador for customer sales commission, CV rank, OV rank, promotional rank bonus, and FFM rank. Okay, I get it. What is CV? Okay, customer volume. Okay, the total volume of all commissionable product sales generated by an ambassador's retail and preferred customers. See, this is confusing. I understand what it means, kind of. Active ambassador for CV rank. An ambassador who maintains a monthly minimum of 100 personal volume or 200 personal volume depending on the CV rank. So how much you personally spend. You need to spend either $100 or $200 a month in order to remain active. Because I'm guessing CV is customer volume, so that would be separate. So personal volume is how much you are personally spending, and then customer volume is how much your customers are spending. So it looks like you need to spend, for the first rank, $100 a month, and your customers need to buy at least $300 worth of product, and your commission is $50. And then you get 10% back on sales between $100 and $500. So, if I'm seeing this correctly, for the first rank, you are making absolutely no money. Which, I mean, is anybody surprised? And it looks like the second rank is where they would at least give you commissions that cover your personal volume. How nice of them. So that's very nice. And then the other ways to make money, OV rank, so your downlines, how much your team is making, and then you get a certain percentage from that, I am assuming. Does it say? Customer amount. I mean, I guess your customers are the people below you, in a way. No, wait, no. They were your customers and now they're your competition. Right, that's how that works. And then you have a promotional rank bonus because they want to incentivize you to recruit as many people as possible. Must reach rank during first calendar month. Bonuses are paid weekly. Yeah, so this looks like the get as many people below you as you can in a short amount of time, and we will give you certain incentives for that. And then the Financial Freedom Movement monthly bonus, and this looks like it only starts at the rank of Elite, which is the 4th rank in the company. So, yeah, this is their compensation plan, and I feel like if they were to show their income disclosure statement, I think those numbers would reflect what we see on pretty much every income disclosure statement out there. Alright, and the video we will be reacting to is about message training. So, as how to send messages to people, probably for the purpose of recruitment. Now, it could be for the purpose of products, but if we go based off of every single other video that we have ever seen related to the MLM world, it is about messaging people, pretty much always about the business. The products are kind of thrown in there as like a, hey, we have products, but don't worry about those. You want to join this business because we're a great community and you could be financially free just by thinking about it, and it happens. I wanted to read her description really quickly. I'm just going to read this one sentence. It says, I have been an industry leader in social media marketing for 10 years. After being with the company for almost 9 years, I saw Q and I could not unsee what I saw. So the company that she was with for 9 years that she more than likely loved, the products were everything she could have ever needed and more. She saw just by passing by the opportunity of Q Sciences and was just overtaken. She had to leave the previous company that she loved for this new company that she loves, and it's one of a kind, never been done before, and it's amazing and the greatest opportunity. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all my fun links. And with all of that said, let's get started.
All right, you guys, how are you? Here, Gold Leader at Q.
Gold Leader. I believe that was the rank probably after Elite. No, it was probably Silver and then Gold. So it's probably the 6th or 7th rank in the company.
We're going to talk about messaging, okay? If you haven't watched my video about why we post and how to post, make sure that you watch that, because these things really go hand in hand. Okay. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. You have to be talking to people. Like, your money is in your messenger. If you're not in your messenger, if you're not in your DMs talking to people, you're not going to build your business, because we don't walk around with like a big neon sign.
Did she just have a triangle on her head? Because we don't walk around promoting that we're in a pyramid scheme. I mean, you kind of do, because any person that comes within 5 feet of you, you need to compliment them or somehow insult them, but then tell them that you have an answer to their problems. So I guess in a way you are a walking, talking promotion of a pyramid scheme.
It says like, I'm like, by Q Core, do a gut reset. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just don't do that. And if we solely relied on our posts to build our business for us, we're just leaving our business and our income up to chance, because Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these websites have, or apps have, algorithms. And these algorithms are like that platform's scientific way that they decide if your post should show to who. And you guys, like, you have no control over who actually sees your post. If I go on my newsfeed right now, I'm going to see posts from 2 days ago, an hour ago, 20 seconds ago, 22 minutes ago. It's just so at random. You see what I'm saying? So posting is important because of what I'm going to tell you now. Okay. So, number one, we are not saturated. We're in.
Didn't I just recently make a comment about how they believe that no matter the MLM that they're a part of, that they are not saturated? Yes, you are. Just in general, the amount of people that are within your MLM makes it oversaturated because you're competing with more people. And then the fact that you're a health and wellness MLM. Those are, you throw a rock and you'll probably hit a person that's in a health and wellness MLM. Like, I can think of 5 off the top of my head. There's Beachbody, there's It Works, there's Arbonne, there's Q Sciences, there's Herbalife, there's Optavia, I guess, kind of counts as that. There probably is more that I just can't think of. But the fact that I was able to name six of them, and then you're going to say we are not oversaturated. Whatever you guys need to tell yourself that you're not oversaturated, when you absolutely are. You are oversaturated. And then in general, along with competing against all of the other health and wellness MLMs, you're also competing with just other health and wellness companies and products that are out there. So there's also that. So yes, there is such an oversaturation of health and wellness products out on the market. Like there's just so many because a lot of people are looking for that, but it's hard to narrow it down to just one when there is like 3,000 to choose from. So yes, you are oversaturated.
Massive growth, massive momentum. And because of that, we lead with our business opportunity. Our products are amazing. They're formulated with so much knowledge. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I'm sure you are too. But
I was waiting for the but. I was waiting for the but. Like, we lead with the business opportunity. Our products are so amazing. But she's like kind of giving me like exactly like the Hun 101 that I talk about is like with the products and stuff. But the business opportunity, that's the thing that's really exciting. And we're totally not oversaturated as we message every single person that is on our friends list and on their friends list. And we have to keep talking to everyone and we have to constantly be in our DMs, making it even more oversaturated. So interesting.
lead with our business opportunity, you guys. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of our ambassador conversation flow. And what an ambassador conversation flow, it's just a way to share with people the information about what we do in a specific order, just so that way you can like get through an actual conversation. And I want you to just think of it this way. Have you guys ever been to Jimmy John's or you've been to Subway? If you've gone to Subway, the first thing that they do when you walk in is they say, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And you tell them your sandwich. They ask you what kind of bread you want. They ask you what kind of cheese you want, what kind of meat you want. Do you want it toasted? I can't believe I remember this. They ask you,
It's not that complicated. If you've been to a sandwich place before, they all run the exact same way because the formula works for them. And, I mean, I guess in an MLM sense, like they all do the same thing because the formula does work to a certain extent, but as time goes on, the formula no longer is beneficial and they have to tweak it versus these sandwich shops, it's the same across the board because it works. Because they figured out, okay, this order of operations is what works, and this is the structure of how we're going to do it. Versus in an MLM, they found an order of operations, and then people started to be like, okay, I don't really like this. I can see through what you're doing. Versus, like, you don't go into a Subway and they ask you next in line, like, what kind of cheese do you want? And you're like, see, I think you're trying to, there's something sneaky going on here. They don't do that. Like, you just keep going on with the order of operations in the assembly line of Subway or whatever sandwich shop it is.
what kind of veggies you want, and then they ask you sauce, and then they ask if you want any herbs. This whole thing, this is a process, and it's the same every single time. They can't ask you what sauce you want first because there's no bread. They can't ask you.
Well, I mean, I guess in that aspect, yes, but like if somebody wanted all of the vegetables and the sauce on the sandwich and then have it toasted, they're going to say, okay, they're going to do it for you. They're not going to say like, whoa. Do you want to come back here? Do you want to work and make this sandwich? Because that's a great opportunity. They don't stop mid sandwich making and ask the customer if they now want to work there.
If you want it toasted after they've put vegetables on it because they'll be gross. Do you see what I'm saying? It all has an order to it. When I was a hairstylist, when you came in and you were telling me what you wanted to do with your hair, I had like an order that I asked you certain questions so I could get from like knowing what you wanted until, getting your end result so we could get started. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you are talking to people about this business, you're going to have the exact same thing. Now, this is in our boards app.
Well, yeah, that's also called customer service. Obviously, when a customer walks up, you ask them how they're doing. You ask them if they found everything okay. Sometimes you talk about the products that they have, and then you tell them the total, and then they pay, and then you bag the stuff, and then they leave. Like, again, every sort of business has an order of operations because it works. But in the MLM world, of course, you're telling people how they should do things, how they should go about messaging, yet then claim it's their own business and they can run it however they want. See, that's where like the confusing aspect of it is. It's not like people who work at a grocery store are also told that they're the manager when they're not, and that they can run things how they want and do it however they want when that's not true.
Want you guys to know. So it's there for you, but I'm going to explain to you guys what I do. Okay. So first things first, especially when you're brand new, I want you guys to really think about like, who do you already know and who do you already like know and love? Now, my mindset is looking at this business is like, okay, so I'm going to leave with the business opportunity and I'm going to help other, like I'm here, I'm going to be the little fairy that just like shares with people ways to make extra money. Okay. Who needs money? Who needs extra money? Everybody. There's not a single person on this earth that does not need extra money. So if that is the truth, I'm going to talk to everybody about the business. I'm going to bring it up to everybody. Okay. Now, just like I shared in my training about posting, you may reach out to people first before they see you because they might not even see your posts. But if you reach out to someone and they don't reply, do not freak out. It's because they're going to go to your page and they're going to see who you are and they're going to get to know you. They're going to say, who is going to see my kids and me and my husband and the things that are important to me and what we do and where we go and all these things. Okay. The message is very clear who I am. And so now I've kind of planted a seed and they're kind of getting familiarized with who I am. Okay. I just want you to preface this with that because it's very important that you understand that. Okay. So who do you already know somebody that you immediately are like, if I could start my business with anybody, I would want to start with them. Okay. We're going to reach out to these people.
So this woman is trying to tell me that she was in an MLM company for 9 years, and that when she saw Q Sciences, she thought, this is the different one. This is the one that's going to change everything. This is totally different than what I was doing before. What she has just said, we have heard. We have heard it word for word. It's always, look for the people that you would just love to run a business with. Who needs money? Everybody needs money. Don't get stressed when people don't get back to you. They just want to learn about who you are. We have heard it before. It is the order of operations when it comes to these opportunity team calls. They have an order of operations too. They have a set number of sayings that they have to hit in order to, I don't know, I guess check off their daily, did I use all the correct words when it comes to a team call or opportunity call to get people excited? The, financial freedom and the opportunity and just things like that. And it's like, yeah, I know, because that's how it is across the board. You are doing absolutely nothing different. Your products may be different, but that's the only difference. If every single MLM came together, you would do nothing different than what you were doing before. You would maybe have to learn about a couple different products that you weren't selling before, but the way that you go about your day-to-day life wouldn't change. Versus like other companies, if there's a merger, like it could be a lot that happens. There could be a lot of new things that you have to learn and new training techniques that you have to do and new programs that you have to learn. Versus in an MLM, if they were to all fuse together, you would just have to learn the names of the different products and maybe your rank name would change, but not like that even makes a difference. If she didn't specifically put Q Sciences in the title or had said Q or Q Sciences to begin with, I would have no idea that she was in Q Sciences. I would have been like, I think maybe Arbonne could be Beachbody. She's giving a little bit of It Works. It's giving It Works. But it's like, oh, it's Q Sciences just because she said so. That's the only difference, is because they said the words Q Sciences, not because this is any different than any other call a part of any other MLM.
Now you can go straight in for the kill and you could be like, listen, I want you to look at this thing with me. I'm excited. Okay. And whoever enrolled you can kind of help you formulate like an invite. So that way you're not word vomiting on all of them, because we all have done that where we just like say a bajillion different things instead of keeping it short and sweet. Okay. Number two, the next thing is going to be everybody else is going to be a cold market person. You have really three different markets, okay?
Well, if you could say hot market, warm market, cold market. Hot market is the people that are immediately close to you that you're comfortable with. Warm market would be like acquaintances, like you know them, but they're not like related to you or your best friend. And then cold market is strangers. That's going to be my guess of what she's going to say.
Markets are who we know, it's our network. We have our hot market, our hot leads, people who we know really well. They're good, they're warm, toasty, ready to rock and roll. Okay, they're going to be getting started. We have our warm market. Our warm market is people who, if we saw them, we would go up to them and give them a hug and say, hi, it's nice to see you. They're people that we kind of know. It's the lady at the gas station that you see when you're there 2 times a week getting a soda and gas or something. You know what I'm saying? It's the person you went to high school with. It's the people that you kind of more know of, okay? Your cold market.
Is it like I've seen one of these calls before or something? Like, this is a call that I probably reacted to through Beachbody. It was probably Beachbody that I did. And arguably, it could have been her that was doing a training in Beachbody because she may have been in Beachbody prior to this. I'd love to know what MLM she was a part of before this. That'd be very interesting. But more than likely, it was somebody totally different that doesn't even know her, but yet again, because they're all a part of the same, they're all doing the same thing, doesn't matter the company, they are all spewing the same nonsense.
Is the rest of the world. They're people who you've never talked to. They could be your friends on Facebook. They could be following you on Instagram. You've never talked to them before. That is your cold network. Here's the deal. If you are associated to them in some way, shape, or form, where they are following you, you are following them, you guys are friends on Facebook, message them and reach out to them. I go in for the kill. I think it's one thing that I learned a long, long time ago. One of my mentors taught me is that people don't care if you have an agenda as long as you don't hide it. Meaning like, I hate small talk. Like, hey, how's it going? How are you?
You know what? I will give her credit. She is at least not teaching them how to be friends with them first. And then after like 20, 30 messages, kind of sneak in there that your whole reason for talking to them was because you want them to join underneath you. She is talking about just being upfront and honest because you have an agenda. Exactly. You have an agenda. You have a purpose for talking to them. It is not to be friends with them. It is to profit off of them. It is to get them to buy something from you or sign up underneath you. It is because you want something from them. That is the whole point of talking to them. So I will absolutely give her credit for saying that because that's how I think it should be. Now, of course, they will come and say that, oh, that's the bad way to do it. That's the wrong way to do network marketing is to just, tell people up front that what you want. And I'm like, honestly, all of it's bad. It doesn't matter the purpose behind it, whether you are upfront or it takes you 30 messages to get to it. You are going out of your way to ask someone to do something for you that will financially benefit you. And they should not have to join an MLM no matter what. At least be upfront and honest about your intention. So I will give her a point for that.
How's Christmas? What'd you have for Thanksgiving dinner? What's your blood type? What's your social security number? It's like they know that people know that you're trying to get at something. I just don't do that because I know that they're trying to do something. So I just reach out to people. Okay. Now, what I will do is I will go on my Facebook Messenger. There's a little context button. I will go into my friends list and I will just literally go down the list and I will go and I will look at someone's page and I will see who's this person? How are they? Now, sometimes you'll be like, I'm friends with someone who doesn't even post. They haven't posted on social media since 2017. It's been years. Unfriend them. They're not active. Okay. You'll find another person.
Well, that's kind of unfair. I haven't posted. I rarely post, but it doesn't mean that that person isn't like actively still like looking at things and still around. And to say like I haven't seen them actively post, so I don't need them anymore. It's like you just need people who are actively posting. I mean, I guess it kind of means that they're around. I understand the like logic behind it, but it's like just because someone is not actively posting doesn't mean that they're not using it to just scroll. Oh, but that's bad. You don't want to do that in the MLM world. That's the worst thing you could possibly do in the MLM world is just nonchalantly scroll on social media just to see what people are up to. That's horrible.
I find Jessica. Jessica is a mom and she works and she's so cute and she's very excited. I think this should be great for this. Okay, anybody can do this.
So the qualifications for her looking for someone for Q Sciences is that they're a mom, they're cute, and what was the other option?
Find Jessica. Jessica is a mom and she works and she's so cute and she's very excited.
Okay, so the qualifications are that you're a mom, you work, you're so cute, and you're very excited. Very excited for what? She goes on her page and she's like, oh my god, she's very excited. About what? Just life?
I think this should be great for this. Okay, anybody can do this. I do not sift hardcore through. I am not someone to judge. Okay. Now, if they're literally not active on social media, this is not for them. Okay. But
Okay, I see. That's why she's saying if they're not regularly posting, because obviously this is something where you have to regularly post all day, every day, and be on social media all the time because you have to be promoting the product and you have to be engaging with people through your demons. Freudian slip there?
I believe my core belief every day when I wake up, I close my eyes and I say, the people who need this are coming to me and I am coming to them. I want to find the Jades of the world. I want to find the women who were little girls that had single moms that went without a lot of things, that just want to be able to buy laundry soap, that want to be able to provide for their kids. My goal is to find.
If they can't buy laundry soap, this is absolutely not the business that they should be in.
Those people. And so if Jessica is in my line of sight and she's there, I'm going to reach out to her. Now, what that message looks like can be so simple. It can be like, hey, I know this is kind of straightforward, but I was just checking out your page. I think you would be so good at what I do. Could I send you some info to see if this would be a good fit for you? I don't know anybody who couldn't use a couple extra $100 a month right now. Very kind, simple, straightforward. Jessica is either going to say nothing, no thank you, or what is it that you do? That's your expectations. Because I know that you guys are going to be like, oh my God, I feel like my throat's going to fall out of my body if I have to sit here and reach out to someone. What am I going to say? What if they say something? What am I going to do? You're not going to die. Everything's going to be fine. Those are really, honestly, your three responses. If they say nothing, just like I taught you in our posting training, Jessica now is going to go to my page and kind of see who I am. She might not even know who I am. We could be friends on Facebook for years and never had seen each other's profile until I went through my friends list. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm is just stupid. So if she says, no, thank you, I'm going to say, okay. And then I'm going to move on. I'm going to move along.
That's, again, at least another positive thing out of this is that when somebody says no thank you, she's like, I'm going to move on from them. That's how it should be. You should not be like, okay, I'll come back to you in a week. I'll come back to you in a month. I'll write your name on a piece of paper and come back to you in 6 months and see if you want this. No. They said no thank you. Leave them alone.
Not a big deal. Okay. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to live, laugh, love, and I'm going to move along. If she says, sure, what do you do? I'm going to follow the ambassador conversation flow, right? That whole your subway start to finish process. I'm going to voice message her and I'm going to say something like, hey, I'm going to voice message you really quick. I'm super excited. I love what I do. I'm an ambassador for the #1 fastest growing wellness company in the world. It's amazing.
Q Science is like the Monet we're the fastest growing hair care brand. Now it's like Q Sciences, we're the fastest growing health and wellness brand. It's like just because you say these things doesn't make them true.
Started because I was a hairstylist and a mom and I just needed a way to make some extra money. And honestly, this turned into like more than I could have ever imagined.
Well, that's kind of a lie because you were in a network marketing company prior to this. So you were not just a hairstylist and you stumbled across Q Sciences and now you like make whatever money you make. So that's actually very misleading.
The products are awesome. They were formulated by the doctor that led WebMD for over 15 years, which is just really cool because who doesn't know WebMD? From
The website that when you Google whatever your problem is, like I stubbed my toe and they're somehow you have brain cancer. I mean, WebMD can't be helpful, but it seems like every time you like Google something, which is never a good idea, there is always like, oh, you're probably totally fine, or no, you are absolutely not okay whatsoever.
there, I say, I've seen a little bit about you from your page, but I don't know everything. Tell me more about you and we can go from there. So they're going to tell me about themselves because they're the most important person here. Like I said, when I reached out to them, I want to see if this would be a good fit for them. Sometimes it's not a good fit for people. So I want to know all about her. Jessica's going to tell me who she is, about her life. Does she work? She's got kids, all of the things. My next message is I'm going to relate to her. I'm probably going to voice message her back again. And I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I totally get it. I've got 3 kids. I know you said you have 2. I don't know, there's something that she's going to talk about that I'm going to relate to in some way, shape, or form. And I'm really just trying to like grow my connection, just like I did when I was a hairstylist, when someone was sitting in my chair and I was doing their hair. They're telling me how they're a mom. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a mom. How old are your kids? Oh my God, my kids are this. You know what I mean? Like we're just making small talk. We're getting to know each other and creating like a bond.
Didn't she say though earlier that she hates small talk? Isn't this small talk when you ask someone how they are and then you're like, oh, me too. How old are your kids? Oh, my kids are this. Are your kids in sports? My kids are in sports. Isn't that just small talk? I mean, I guess you're trying to pull anything you can to work with to hopefully manipulate them to join underneath you.
From there, after I kind of relate to her a little bit, I'm going to say, listen, I think that this would be perfect for you.
Well, yeah, you're going to say that to everyone. Every single person. You're going to find something, small little tidbit, and then tell them that it'll be perfect for them because you need everybody underneath you.
This is what I want to do next. Now, just so you know, this is in parentheses, you guys, between me and you, we have our opportunity calls every single night where we're going over the business. Okay. So I would say to her, listen, I have a Zoom that's going to go over everything head to toe, what we do, how we do it, the products, how to get started, how we make money, like all the things. It's probably going to answer all of your questions. And then we can kind of go from there. Does 8:30 Central tonight work or does tomorrow work better? I'm just assuming she's going to choose one. Does tonight work or does tomorrow work better? And then she's going to tell me, okay, I'm going to give her the information. Now, if she chooses tomorrow, I'll give her the Zoom info tomorrow. If she says tomorrow night will work better, I'll say, okay, perfect. I'll message you around noon and I'll give you the information for the call. And then that it's kind of like a follow-up. If she says she can come on tonight, I'll say, okay, perfect. Here's the Zoom information. I'll message you an hour and just make sure that you've got like Zoom downloaded okay and that you can get in. And then you follow up. You want to make sure you follow up. So you can literally take that whole message sequence, that message process, and you can go through and you can literally take this to every single person that's in your friends list. Okay. Now, this is what you want to do, you know, every day of the week, minus Friday, because Fridays are for following up. But posting every single day. So you're being consistent, showing people who you are and what you're excited about. And then messaging every single day. How many people should you message? That's always the question. I say, however many people you need to until you have 3 to 5 back and forth conversations with new people.
Every
Some
day?
days that might take you 10. Some days that might take you 45. On a bad day, it might be 100 because you'll have those days where you're gonna be like, I've talked to a bajillion people and no one's replying to me. We all have those days. Okay. So those are the first 2 things that I want you to really focus on. Okay. If you have questions, let me know. And then we will move on to the next part. Okay. Love you guys. Proud of you. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Q Sciences lady. Okay. She had to have been in Beachbody before, because that, like, messaging as many people and just, that's such a Beachbody tactic. Like, things that we have even seen in the, oh, what were they called? The power hours. Like, that kind of gave me, like, power hour vibes. And that's the thing, is that if somebody was in an MLM previously to Q Sciences, none of this would be unique and different to them. Like, they would be like, oh, this is exactly like what I was doing previously in the MLM before. And I think that even people who were not a part of an MLM prior, like, none of this was really unique information or different information or special information or that nugget of information that they're hoping to find, because there isn't anything, because it is just the same copy and paste system across the board all over, besides the name of the ranks, how many people you need to have underneath you, and the amount of sales you need to have in order to rank up, and then just what kind of products and the name of the products. The products could even be extremely similar. Like, I feel like Q Science's products and Arbonne's products, like, they both kind of have a version of a fizz stick, so it's the same thing. And I just feel bad for people that, you know, get on these calls, sit through these, and wait for hours and hours and hours through these calls hoping for something new, and there never is going to be anything new. And then I feel bad for the people who do sit and message people every single day, day in and day out, because their upline told them they have to have 5 back-to-back conversations each and every day, and so they have to message people all day every day, and it's very draining, and it's very mentally kind of messes with you. Like, I know it would mess with me. I've said that. Like, if I had to message 100 people, and let's say I do message 100 people and not a single one of them gets back to me, that would mentally mess with me. I would be like, well, I love this and I don't understand. They tell me that everybody should love this. Like, that this is the greatest opportunity, and I'm just offering this because I truly want to help people, and I'm just here to help people. Why do people not want my help? Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? And that's what they want you to think. They want you to think it's you that's the problem, never the MLM. But we all know it's the MLM that's the problem. They're just carbon copy and pastes of one another. Blame the individual, never the MLM. Alright, you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you really, really liked it, subscribe. And if you really, really, really liked it, hit that notification bell, and let's talk anything and everything. Whenever I screw up my outro, my brain can't function. Let's talk anything and everything Q Sciences in the comments below, and until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!